So obviously, one of the big announcements you've made is around the 6,500 new teachers that you would bring into the profession. So, firstly, how do you plan on doing that? How are you planning on bringing people into the profession when, if you were to speak to a lot of teachers, I think there was a question asked on Teacher Tap, which is an app where you it sort of questions a lot of teachers around different topics, and it was, would you recommend teaching to your own child? And there was a massive, I can't remember the exact, but so many teachers at the minute were saying no, they wouldn't. So
Mm.
how do you plan on bringing those teachers in first and foremost?
So I believe the best recruitment strategy is a strong retention strategy. So
Right.
responding to what we've just been talking about there around workload, the wider pressures. I mean, the wider pressures are partly drive workload, but workload in its wider sense. I know that there is a nervousness around curriculum and assessment reform. We are committed to doing that, to make it expert led and to do it properly and seriously, working and listening to the profession as we do that. And I think that does present opportunities for wider engagement with the teaching profession about their role and about how we make sure that children are well supported into the future. But the recruitment piece is specifically really about those shortages that we face at the moment, and they're most acute in secondary, particularly some of those areas like maths and science
Hmm.
at the moment. And there will be a need to review the kind of wider retention bursary system in order to make sure we're getting that right. But I think fundamentally, and I know that this is easier said than done, but I think it's an important kind of marker of intent. I believe that teaching should be the number one go-to graduate profession for people in our country. It should be a place that people want to go, that we need to make it more attractive. I know it will take time and I know it feels distant at the moment, but I am absolutely committed to making that happen. I want to work with the profession to do it, and I genuinely want to reset that relationship between government and schools, and that includes the profession, but then also between schools and parents, because I think everything at the moment feels fractured, and it
Yeah.
feels like there's too much tension within the system.
Mm.
And I think with a government that backs teachers and backs support staff, working with people in our schools who want to deliver the best for our children, then I think there is a lot we can achieve together. And there'll be bumps along the road, I'm sure, and we might not always agree. But my commitment is that I will always listen and engage with the profession. I want to get this right. I want the best for our children. I know that's what our teachers seek to do every single day. And I think there's also a big challenge too alongside that about the fact that lots of people don't want to step up to school leadership. And thinking about how we fix that too is also a part of it. Because again, from government last time around, Labour did a lot to make headship an attractive place to be, and lots of support. And we've got commitments around, a mentoring program, support program for new heads coming into headship, but
Mm.
also around an expanded teacher training entitlement so that people have got time out of the classroom to develop their skills and expertise